take care of yourself. So you got your pop here right now that's got a profession for videography and things like that. You got to start watching what he do. And if you don't want to do that, you got to find something that you want to do. So when you get a certain age, how old are you now? 13. You 13 now. In the next 5 years, man, you're going to be 18. You're going to be a grown man. And after that, after so many years, you're going to have to start taking care of yourself. And as you get older, your father gets older, your mother gets older, and it becomes to an expectancy that you're supposed to take care of them. The same way that they taking care of you now, the same way that you call your partner, I need $10, I need $5 for this. After a while in life, that same cycle that they did for you, that same cycle that they want to do for you, about taking care of you, taking care of your brother, so y'all have money, so y'all have this, so y'all come down on Christmas and say, oh, I got this, I got that. The same physical cycle is going to have to circle and change and come back around, but it's going to come back around in your way now that you're going to be older and you're going to have to take care of your father and you're going to have to take care of your mother. You see me limping up in here now? I'm 42 years old. I just pulled my muscle last week. You know what I mean? The other day I couldn't get out of the bed. But I was able to tell my son, I said, go get me a coffee, go get me this, go get me that. Because now, it's times now where I don't take care of myself, he might have to take care of me. But he remembers that I took care of him. But now he's self-sufficient. The same thing I told you. He said, Dad, I want to DJ when he was 13 years old, and I supported him in that. He started DJing. We spent a whole lot of money trying to learn the business, trying to learn the equipment. Now he knows the equipment. He got his own equipment. Now he works at Sneaker Villa. He goes to Dell Tech. Plus he DJs every weekend. He might buy about $1,500, $2,000 a month just DJing. That's something that he developed and he wanted to do, and I just supported him. But he took it the rest of the way, and that's what your pop is trying to tell you. You need to, don't get clueless, find what you want to do that's going to make you, whether be an entrepreneur or whether you want to be a scientist, find something that you want to do, because let me tell you something. You ain't going to have a lot of time. 5 years going to come like that. You're going to look around, you're going to be 18 years old. Then you're going to be 22. Then it's going to come to the point where you're going to need your own spot, and you're going to have to move out your mom's, and then you have to start paying rent. You got to start paying rent. If you want to drive, you got to pay for your own car. You want some sneaks, you got to pay for your sneaks. Because you can't be 25, 30 years old talking about, Dad, buy me some sneaks. Nah, you's a grown man. In 5 more years, you'll be 18 years old. And it's going to come like that. So what we telling you is that not to tell you to like get on you or telling you to like, yo man, we just want to mess with you today. We telling you because we were all once your age. That's why I always say, do you believe that you're going to be that age for the rest of your life? You're going to grow. And as you grow, things going to change. Your life's going to change. And as it changes, you got to have your decision making change with it all together. And you got to have it all developed and wrapped around one. So when you get 18, 19, you'll be financially secure. You'll know what type of career you want to go, which way you want to go, and you'll be able to take care of yourself. And most of all, you'll be able to help somebody and give it back the same way that somebody helped you and gave it to you. And that's all life is about. That's all this is about, man. It ain't no big old trickery. It's just about preparing you for what's ahead. It's like you walk into that corner and somebody said, yo, man, when you get to that corner, man, look out when you get that corner because there's a lot of cars coming down there. Somebody's just preparing you before you get there so you won't make a mistake and get hit. That's all that life is about. Giving you some stuff and preparing you so when you get to a certain age, you'll be ready for it. You'll be able to look both ways before the cars get coming and you won't get hit. But if you don't start now, and you don't start preparing your life and get yourself together and find out what you want to do, you might run in that street and you might get hit. You know why? Because you ain't going to have no direction. You got a good pop, man. You got a real good brother here, man. You got a real good brother that's been all over, man. Brother, you know your pop been all over. You know, I'm telling you something you already know. He'll get up and go to New Orleans, Japan, anywhere if he can go. So he's experienced a whole lot of stuff, and a lot of people don't have that. I didn't have that. I didn't have no father growing up, my man. My father was killed when I was 5 years old. At 5 years old, the day my mother came and told me your daddy got killed last night, that was the day I started being a man. You know why? Because my mom was on drugs. My mom was doing drugs. The hand that she was dealt with, that's the hand that she gave me. My mom is like friends today. My mom been off of drugs for over 20 years now. My best friend. But at the time, she gave me what she could. But the streets raised me, and it was only by the grace of God that I ran into some guys that I call mentors, that I call like my fathers today, that I was able to latch on to, and they told me, say, you know what, Sean, you got some potential. You can go this way. You can go the right way. And that's the only reason why I stand here and I come out of this building, the Delaware Theater today, doing a event. Nobody can never told me I'm sitting here doing a father. Me and my father had talent too, the 3rd annual. Not this father and son, father and son, father and a daughter. You know, giving out prizes and just giving some people a social opportunity to come in and see their cousins, their nieces, their nephews perform with their fathers. No other word is doing that, because the father is the most important person that plays in the family. When you need something, when you look for something that's kind of like what you look is hard, who you turn to? You turn to your dad. And the dad is the most important person in the family. The mom is the most important person, but the pop plays a part, the father plays a part, and the mother plays a part. When you're looking for that nurturing and things like that, you run to your mom. When you're looking for certain things that you needed to be disciplined on, or things that you might think that's mannish or malish or young mannish, you look to your father for that. That's why the father is the most important person in this whole equation. The mother and the father. It took mother and father to get you here right here today. Without one and the other, there wouldn't be no you, brother. And you got to believe that, man. You got to start thinking about what I want to do. Every day you get up, man, just take 2 minutes to say what I want to do, what I want to be. And start looking. Right now, you might not know what you want to be, because you might not be able to grasp on to what a role model is, what direction you might want to be. I might not want to be with my father. I might not want to hold the camera. But find out what you want to do. When I was your age, I understand it, because I didn't know what I wanted to be. My grandfather was the most influential man coming up, because he was the most positive man. You know what he was? He was a garbage man. He worked in the sanitation department. He retired after 30 years of being that. So I was in school one day, and they said, they was asking people what they wanted to be, and they got around to me and they said, what do you want to be? I said, I want to be a garbage man. Everybody laughed at me. You know what I mean? But and I was embarrassed, but I wasn't embarrassed about what I said, because I knew in my eyes at that particular time that my grandfather was the greatest role model in my eyes. And it wasn't until I got older, that everything he told me, I defined in my life today what he was telling me. Because when he used to tell me, take the trash out, graduate, you need to stop hanging around with them guys, turn the lights out. You know what I mean? So now that I'm older, I'm telling my kids the same thing, turn them lights out, because I got to pay that lecture. Take that trash out, because I pay for the trash to be taken out. Things like that. So everything that your pop saying, even though you might not see it now, you're gonna see it. You're gonna hear. It's gonna ring in your mind. It's gonna echo in your ears and your mind and say, "My pop used to tell me that." But now you have an opportunity better than what we had. You got an opportunity now. You're young. You still got your father here. A lot of brothers ain't got their father here, man. You know a lot of brothers that maybe see their father once a month, once every 3 months. Some brothers' fathers in jail. Some brothers don't even see their father. A lot of people don't even know their father is. You got a father here that tries the best that he can. It ain't too many times I'm around him when he don't say, man, I'm gonna go do this for me and my son. My son's birthday coming up. I gotta do this for my son. I gotta do that for my son. My sons. Always talking about y'all. Always. And a lot of fathers, you know, it's bad, but we have to show through his actions, shows a lot of fathers that they need to be there for their kids, for their sons, for their daughters. And that's why I do this. because I want to show other fathers that don't come around and see their daughters, that don't come around and see their father, that, listen, this is this type of stuff, this is the type of fun that me and my son, me and my daughter could be having. This is one of the main concepts of why I put this on. This ain't just basically no talent show. This is about fatherhood. This is what this is about. This is about fatherhood, creating healthy relationships and bringing families together. And most importantly, let me tell you what it's about. If the mother ain't together with the father, let me tell you something. Let's just say if you and your father was in this competition here, and say your father don't live with your mother, you think your mom gonna come see you and your father? She's gonna come, ain't she? So that brings, in some kind of way, they bring some type of communication between the father, the son, and the mother. And that's all that this is about. Not to get off the subject, but again, as they go forward, man, get up and think about what you want to be. Sometimes, ask your brother, man, what you want to be? In 5, how old is your brother? 15. He's 15. So, yo, man, in 5 years, man, we probably both be 18, you be 19, you be probably 19, 20, I'll be 18, hitting 19, say, man, what do you think we gonna be at? Let's ask him that sometime. And that's good to ask, because it's good to prepare for. Because it's gonna come a day that you're gonna have to prepare for, and it's gonna be needed. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity than have an opportunity and not be prepared for it. Always remember that. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared for it. And remember this, there's power in the people, not the power in the people that have the power. You got the power to change you. You have the power to do and be anything you want in life. Remember that, brother, all right? I'm Big Sean. I'm Mr. Sean. All right? All right.